Hey guys. Hey guys, it's me. It's Jill. Just checking in, saying hello. Happy Friday. Happy Mother's Day to all my girl moms, girlfriends / moms out there. It's 5:30 p.m. Dallas traffic. I don't know, maybe about 5:15. It's a beautiful sunny day. I'm on 35. Coming near the World Trade Center, or the Dallas version of the Dallas World Trade Center. One of my friends called me up concerned and said, "You didn't look too good on your video last night. I just was calling to check on you." And I said, "Yeah, I was just feeling down, and hadn't done my hair. It was just like a curly wash day, and I didn't do anything with it. So, you know, I'm fine." It's just hair, right? It's some days your hair is done, and some days your hair is not. Some days you got makeup on, and some days you don't. It's just makeup. Look, I have my makeup on. I don't have my eyelashes on. It's just makeup. That's why it's called makeup, because it's made up. It's not real. So if you're not able to put yourself out there and let people see you when you look a hot mess, then what's the point in them seeing you when you are? It doesn't matter what's on the outside. It's about what's on the inside, right? So, anyways, just wanted to let y'all know that I did get up and didn't do any harm to myself last night, and still talking to my best friend Mary Ann from San Angelo about Prince, and you know, talking to her kids about it, because you got to talk to kids about, you know, how their heroes die and stuff, or pass, and the issues with addiction. So anyways, not to dwell on that anymore, but what else? Just want to say hi, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to my mom. Hi Mom, happy Mother's Day. You can see I'm in traffic, going 10 miles, 5 miles an hour. So, it's okay. Not a big deal. Just driving slow, inching along. I'm 35. So, what else do I want to say? I wanted to talk about the fork. Okay, so I have a fork. I have a fork that belonged to Prince, and so in 2006, when he did his he did a residence, they call it a residence, at the Rio Hotel in Las Vegas. He did a residence, you know, where they do an extended stay and extended shows, like a month worth of shows or whatever. And he did one. See, now that my hair looks cute, I keep messing with it. See, so that's what girls do. I think it's annoying. He stayed there and did a residence there, and it was 2006, and he opened up a restaurant, and he had just put out the album 3121, and so he opened up a restaurant there and called it 3121. And the interesting thing about the number 3121, some people say, theory, maybe it's a fact, I don't know, but if you add up the numbers 3121, they equal 27. And Prince has a lot of references to the number 7 in a lot of songs. The number 7, the number 17. So he opened a restaurant, 3121, and he would do a concert, and then after the concert he'd go to his restaurant with his people or his team, and go hang out, and maybe he would feel like getting on the guitar, and his friends would get on their guitar and do a jam session. Maybe he wouldn't. So on this night, a friend of mine and I, what was I doing there? I was in Las Vegas for a nurses strike. The nurses went on strike there in Las Vegas, and they called us up and they said, "Hey, we're such and such company, and we got a call from the state of Nevada that the nurses in Nevada want to go on strike." And we were like, okay, well, where? And they said Las Vegas. And we were like, well, we're there. Hell, that's an easy yes. So we pack up our stuff and we go to Las Vegas for a week. And they put us in a hotel and we work at a hospital and we stayed there. Meanwhile, Prince is performing, and I'm thinking in the back of my mind, maybe, just maybe, I'll get a ticket and go to one of his shows. And sure enough, we made a little bit of change at the strike. We made a little bit of money, worked some overtime, and I bought a ticket to the show. And then with a girl that I'd never met, golly, I can't even remember her name now. Maybe she'll watch this video and reach out to me. A little blonde girl from, I can't even remember her name or where she was from. And she was like, I want to go, let's go. We bought 2 tickets and we went. And I told her about the restaurant and that he might show up. She said, well, let's go. And so we went, and we were there till like 2 or 3 in the morning. And finally, I guess about 1 or 2 in the morning, he showed up. And he walked in with this model type girl and a beautiful woman and sat in the corner. And we all just stared. We're like, look, there he is. There he is. And surely he walked. And then there was like this red roped off in the section of the restaurant. It was just like a normal restaurant, but he had this section roped off, and so we couldn't get past there. So he saw us all, like, I guess he saw like a bunch of us just like staring at him, and he came over and he came over and he looked, and then one person got up, one man, because it's always a man, right? He got up and he was brave enough to shake his hand. And then we all, like a whole bunch of people, get up to shake his hand. So we got up and reached over and shook his hand. And I remember when he got to me, I just kind of went, and I had this ring on my hand. It was purple, it was a big purple stone, and I wore it. And I said, and he said, and he looked at me and he kind of did like this, and he looked me in the eyes. Looked me in the eyes. And he said, and I said, and he didn't say anything, and all I could think of to say was, thank you. I said, thank you. And he said, he may not have uttered a word. Maybe he said, you're welcome. I don't know. He's so soft-spoken. And he just kind of gave me the eye, like, because, you know, he likes Latinas. But anyways, I'm just kidding. He likes all women. He liked all women. Most men like all women. And so he, like, acknowledged me, and he looked me in the eyes. So the rest of the night I was useless. I was pointless. I was giddy. I was like, oh my God, he shook my hand. And we ended up sitting with 2 guys at this table. We ended up sharing a table with 2 strangers. Me and my friend. Golly, I can't remember her name. I have her picture somewhere. And it was these 2 single guys, and we were single. And we were like, well, we'll probably get faster if we get a table for 4, because we were in line for forever. And they were like, sure. Or they must have introduced it, and we were like, sure, you know, we'll sit with y'all. If we get a table for 4, it looks like we got a date, right? So everybody looks cool, right? So we were all game, you know. So I think they ended up being, they were musicians. Turned out they were musicians. They were musicians, and they were just cool. They were just loosey-goosey there in Vegas having a good time. They probably had wives. So they were laughing at me because I shook his hand and I was a mess the rest of the night. So then what happened? Then 8 minutes, 52 seconds. Then we, the lights went down in the restaurant, and he ended up playing, and I got maybe about 10 feet, maybe 8 feet from him, and watched him play, like standing on the same level, like in the same room, like you would somebody at work, and watched him play. And then this person that was sitting in front of him, I can't remember if it was a man or a woman, I think it was a guy, and he got done with the guitar and he put it in this person's lap and he just gave it to him, and he gave him the guitar as a gift. And I want to say the guy he gave the guitar to was his name was Jacob or Jake, and he's in this band called Purple Rain, R-E-I-G-N. And for those of you who are Prince fans, you know. But if you ever get to go to Las Vegas, there's this cover band called Purple Rain, R-E-I-G-N, and they are awesome. And the lead singer you know, he puts the wig on, and he even puts the do-rag. You know, there was a phase during the Diamonds and Pearls era where Prince wore a do-rag in his hair, and he does the whole thing. But when he took all his stuff off on his website, he looks just like Prince. I mean, the guy was amazing and played guitar. He sounded like him, moved like him, everything. So I think this guy was there, and he handed him the guitar. So it was pretty cool. So then he was done. He left with his crew. He was gone. He left the restaurant, and then everybody, all the customers left. Everybody was like, well, Prince is gone, we're leaving. And they emptied out, and Prince left, and the restaurant left, and then those two guys we were sitting with left, and then the little girl and I that went, she's not a little girl, she was just short. She was younger than me, for sure. Who isn't? And then we stayed, and the waitress was probably 10 years, 9 years, 5 years younger than me. And she was picking up the, she was bussing the tables, and they were cleaning up. And I said, is that where he sat? And I knew it was where he sat. And she says, yeah. I said, did you bring him that food? And she says, yeah. And she goes, yes, I did. And I said, can I sit there? And she just kind of rolled her eyes at me. She's like, yes, crazy lady, yes, you can sit there. So I sat there, and there was a plate still with the celery sticks and the carrot sticks and a fork. And it looked like the fork might have been used. And so I told the little waitress, I said, can I eat these carrot sticks and these celery sticks? And she looked at me, and she's like, really? You're nuts. But she didn't say it, but I know she was thinking it. And she said, that's fine with me. And so I ate them. And then my friend was Shannon. I want to say her name was Shannon, the nurse that went with me. And she was just laughing at me the whole time. We had a few to drink by this time. It was 3 in the morning. And she sat there and waited for me. She goes, so I'm going to sit here and wait for you to eat these celery sticks and carrot sticks. I said, I have to eat, it's Prince's leftovers. It has his DNA on here. So I ate the rest of the carrot sticks and the celery sticks. And then when the waitress turned around, I said, Shannon, and I grabbed the fork, and I got the cloth napkin, and I rolled up the fork in the cloth napkin, and I put it in my purse. She says, you are not. I said, yes, I am. She goes, well, you can't take the fork. And I said, it's Prince's fork. He ate from this fork. I have to take it. And she said, you are crazy. And I said, I know, but I'm taking the fork. I put it in my suitcase. And I said, what if, it was 2006, I said, what if the TSA wants to know why I got a fork in my suitcase? They pull it out. So I hid it really well in my suitcase, and I made it home, and the fork made it home. And so I've had it in like my desk or something at home. And every time I move or I meet somebody, or they come over, and I have this fork sitting out like a memorial, like a memorabilia, and they'll be like, what's with this fork? It's all tarnished. It's not even polished. It doesn't even look clean. I'm like, that's Prince's fork. And they're like, what do you mean this is Prince's fork? It said Prince ate with that fork. That was his fork. And I took it. So that's the story. That's the fork story. I don't have the fork with me. I was going to show it to you, but it's at home. So that's it. That's the fork story. I have his DNA, and I ate his leftover carrots and celery sticks. That's it. That's the story. Okay, I'm almost home, so everybody have a good weekend and enjoy the beautiful weather, and have a happy Mother's Day. And I will do my For You video, my discussion on the For You video very soon. Alright, I just wanted to show everybody that, you know, I'm okay. I just was lazy yesterday. Alright, be good. Peace out. Have a good weekend. Purple peace and praise the love. Mwah.